I know you probably know that Blue Origin finally launched New Glenn, but I figured I had to make a video since this was such an important moment in history and something that Blue has been waiting so long to do. Now, I stayed up to watch it live, and I'm so happy that it actually went off, but I was getting a little bit worried for a while, especially when one of the holds was due to a wayward boat getting in the exclusion zone. Come on, people. Do they really not know that there's a rocket launch going on? Now, one of the things that we noticed about the launch instantly was how slow it sort of crawled off of the pad. It reminded me of IFT-1 for Starship, and I'm glad that it did make it to reach orbit, but I was getting worried they were including the people that I was watching with, noticing that it seemed like it was going really slow. But slow and steady wins the race, and Blue Origin did make it to orbit, which was very exciting and something that's not easy to do. In fact, remember, Starship still hasn't gone fully orbital. But that's part of the reason why I wanted to make this video. A lot of the comments on X started coming out saying, take that, Blue Origin finally beat Starship to orbit, even though it took them so long, 25 years, to finally get a rocket into orbit. I thought that this wasn't a fair comparison. Remember, these rockets have fundamentally different objectives, designs, and capabilities. As you know, Starship is designed as a fully reusable rocket aimed at not just reaching orbit, but also at interplanetary travel, including missions to the Moon and Mars. Someday it'll carry both cargo and humans, with plans to make space travel as routine as commercial airline flights. The recent success from last October, where Starship's booster was caught by the Mechazilla Tower chopsticks, showcases advancements in rapid reusability, aiming for turnaround times similar to aircraft. Blue Origin's New Glenn, on the other hand, while also reusable, at least the first stage, which unfortunately failed its booster landing and they lost the booster, is primarily focused on serving as a heavy lift launch vehicle for Earth's orbit. Its objectives are more aligned with traditional satellite launches, though it does have potential for further reaching missions. However, it's not designed with the same interplanetary ambitions as Starship. There's also differences with design. Starship pushes the envelope with its stainless steel construction, full reusability at both stages, and innovative landing techniques like the belly flop maneuver. This design allows for the dramatic reduction of cost per kilogram to orbit due to its reusability, which is central to SpaceX's vision of making space travel more accessible. New Glenn, on the other hand, uses a more conventional approach, with its first stage being reusable, similar to SpaceX's Falcon 9, but it lacks the full reusability of Starship. Blue Origin's New Glenn, or BONG, also focuses on reliability and cost effectiveness for specific missions rather than the broad spectrum of uses Starship is intended for. Starship is significantly larger, with a payload capacity to low Earth orbit that's roughly 3 times that of New Glenn, so the scale and payload is also different between the two rockets. Starship's design allows for very heavy or numerous payloads, even large-scale habitats or industrial equipment to be transported to space. New Glenn has a notable but more modest payload capacity compared to Starship, suitable for many commercial and government needs, but not on the same scale as Starship's potential. And we also shouldn't forget how private Blue Origin has been compared to SpaceX. Starship has been through numerous public test flights, some ending in spectacular failures, but these tests are a step towards perfecting the rocket's capabilities. And New Glenn's approach has been more cautious, with less public testing, but aiming for a successful operational launch from the outset. And finally, it's also worth noting that comparing New Glenn to Starship while ignoring SpaceX's other rockets like Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy distorts the picture. Falcon 9 has set a standard for reusability in the industry, and Falcon Heavy offers heavy lift capabilities that, while below Starship, are still significant and have been operational for years. Therefore, while both New Glenn and Starship are impressive feats of modern space technology, they cater to different market segments and have different end goals. Saying one beats the other to orbit without considering these factors oversimplifies their roles and capabilities in the space industry. They're not apples to apples, they're more like comparing an apple to a watermelon in terms of size, purpose, and potential impact on space travel. So congratulations to Blue Origin. Jeff Bezos actually still looked a little stressed out even after it was proved that New Glenn made it to orbit for the first time during its NG-1 mission. The rocket's second stage, powered by BE-3U engines, executed 2 successful burns to reach the orbit, and the Blue Ring Pathfinder began collecting data. But as I mentioned, there were some setbacks. The rocket's booster was lost during its descent, so they'll try again next time. And by the way, finally, I just have to add that watching the blue methane streak during a nighttime launch was so stunning, and I cannot wait until we have a Starship launch at night. Speaking of Starship launch, please join me for the Starship Flight 7 live coverage. I have a setup like I've never had before. This is going to be my best stream yet. I'm so grateful that a professional photographer has offered to help me with his super high quality equipment. So please join me. I'm releasing this video on the day of the Starship launch a few hours before. So please join me for live coverage. You won't want to miss it. Thank you so much for the support, and let's hope that we see a second booster catch of Starship.